are just about set for opening tip. Elizabeth Albiara for Central Arkansas. Bella Vincent for the Lipscomb Bisons at midcourt. And we're underway. Central Arkansas will control the opening tip with a starting lineup of Jade Upshaw, Kinley Fisher, Elizabeth Albiara, Bree Stevens, and Leah Mafua. They're in the white jerseys, purple numerals. Lipscomb in the black jerseys, also purple numerals. An offensive foul on UCA gives it back. The Bison starting lineup: Clara McGowan, Ayano Asia, Bella Vincent, Jalen Holcomb, and Molly Hurd. Again, the third meeting between these two schools this season, 10th all time. And both times this year was still a very close contest. Holcomb, the first shot of the game for the Bisons. Bang from the top, and it's 3-0.
Great find, great fill up top. Wide open three. That's what Lipscomb does so well as a team, is shoot the tray.
Tops in the conference. One of the tops in the country at three-pointers made. Upshaw straight to the rack. Saw an opening, and she's fouled. Will head to the line.
Yeah, that's one thing we talked about, JB. Defending your yard. Coaches say it all the time, but that's really paramount when you play against UCA. They make everybody defend everybody on the floor right there, right? You saw a switch kind of late helping over, but even when you don't have the ball, you have to be so mindful of where each Sugar Bear is because they cut, they move so well without the basketball.
Upshaw, first-team All-Atlantic Sun performer, announced at the conclusion of the regular season. 1,000-point scorer. Gets UCA on the board, goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. It's 3-1 Lipscomb.
The pressure here. Let's see what they stick with. They'll switch some defenses sometimes, UCA will.
Vincent finds an opening, gets Stevens in the air, goes reverse, couldn't get it to go. And UCA looking to push other end. Albiara in the paint. Picks up her dribble, has to kick it back out. It's going to be paramount for Lipscomb's defense to hold against a very good UCA offense. Upshaw, trigger pulled, and she buries it.
Mark Jackson says, hand down, man down. It's one of those right there. You need to have a hand up in the face of a shooter like Jade Upshaw.
Central Arkansas, their first lead of the game. 4-3 early, battling inside. Stevens gets the block. Upshaw gets the steal. Hurd, nowhere to go.
Excellent team defense there.
Central Arkansas, the key, we talked, Josh, they got to get all their scores rolling. Keep doing what they do best.
They feed everybody. We've seen Albiara right there. Mafua, great rebound and stick back.
Second chance opportunities for UCA. Mafua makes some pay. They got 3 chances on that sequence. The lead is now 3 for UCA. Holcomb for the tie. Off the side rim, no. Lipscomb knocked down their first shot of the game, but they've gone cold ever since. Mafua in transition. Her 3 rims out, but Albiara, another offensive board for UCA.
That's team concept. That's coaching right there. They all know to swarm to the basketball whenever a shot goes up. Find your person and try to get another board.
Upshaw, the 3 knocks down another, and UCA is up by half dozen.
Yep, the right side, that's her domain. She's an excellent shooter, particularly from the right half of the floor.
UCA getting the crowd into it early. Sia drives, kicks it out. Hurd, an answer on the 3, no. It's short. One of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. Just can't get them to go right now. UCA up by 6, looking to add to it. Nice cut. Mafua off the window. Just like that, UCA balloons out to an 11-3 lead. Coach Sumsky's got to stop the bleeding. She calls a timeout.
Great offensive action there. You're going to see them drop.
Jalen Holcomb with a big triple, but it's been UCA ever since, an 11-0 run, Josh.
3 turnovers in that span. Also, 5 second chance points for UCA. So cleaning the glass and shooting the ball well.
Lipscomb, double dribble. Sia turns it over. Good defense. Got bumped by Albiara, and that's a takeaway.
Now, they shoot the 3 well, Lipscomb does, so that's an equalizer for them. That helps you get back into games. But the box score is not looking like one where you're super competitive, pace competitive, but they had to be mindful here early on.
Upshaw off the give, goes 3-point short. Stevens an offensive board, and then she's fouled underneath. The second team foul against Lipscomb. The offensive rebounds right now have been UCA's best friend.
Yep, they're doing a great job of getting to the basketball. Good job boxing out as well. They do an excellent job of finding their way around the rim, and everybody kind of knows once that shot goes up, you can find a way around your defender and give yourself another chance.
Central Arkansas already up 8. Finds Stevens the top, and she travels. So Central Arkansas gives it right back after forcing the turnover. If you look at these two teams, Lipscomb leads the conference in field goal percentage. UCA leads the conference in field goal percentage defense. And so far, it's the defense of UCA that's proven strong early.
Yeah, I've seen some good looks from Lipscomb, but the problem is they're just moving a bit too fast. We saw them miss a layup. We saw them travel, double dribble. And so it feels like Lipscomb's just been hurried by the pace of UCA, both their offense and their defense.
McGowan's threes blocked partially by Leah Mafua. Good defense again. Lipscomb shooting below 20% to start here in the first quarter. Still plenty of time left in the opening quarter. UCA's riding their early crowd. They've gotten them into it, knocked down a couple of triples. Upshaw. Both players hit the deck. That's going to be, looks like a foul on Holcomb. She slipped first. Upshaw slipped on top. A little bit unfortunate. It's the third team foul, but that's foul number 2 on Jalen Holcomb.
Yeah, that's huge. And you're totally right, JB. Unfortunate in that spot because she had good positioning, but she just lost her footing when in that spot. She was in the way of Jade Upshaw, so it caused her to get the foul.
Destin Duckworth, who's checked into the game for the first time, and UCA touches it. Sugar Bears, a win today. Chance to play in the championship game. Lipscomb, the same fate. Fisher gets the offensive rebound. That's another one. It's a forced jump ball, so it'll go to Lipscomb. But my goodness, UCA, the battle of the boards in the paint, they're winning.
Well, you have to look at this Lipscomb team. They're 8th in the conference in rebounds per game. They're 7th in rebounding margin. And rebounding is something UCA does very well. You have to box out more because even if it's a jump ball, it's still another extra chance they'd afforded to UCA.
Stevens jumps the route, the steal, coast to coast, and UCA's up double digits.
ASUN Defensive Player of the Year, doing what she does best, turning defense into offense.
That's the third turnover by Lipscomb. They get McGowan driving. She stops the bleeding. Good shot, high percentage, and knocks it down.
Yeah, threes and layups. That's kind of the modern game right there. And nice cut. Defender wasn't paying attention.
Upshaw. Deep three, no, and Lipscomb, even though they're one of the best in the country, ranked 7th in the nation in three-pointers made per game, they need to start finding something closer to the basket just to help slow things down a little bit. Sia, acrobatic, can't get it to go. What a play. Nearly got it, but UCA the board.
What a pace we have so far, too. Frantic.
Fisher in the lane, floats it up. No, Vincent, just the second rebound of the game for Lipscomb. They've been out-rebounded 9-2. Now McGowan straight downhill, lost the basketball. It was last touched by a UCA defender. If you look at our screen here, Lipscomb, 75 points per game. That's the best all-time in Lipscomb history. Coach Sumsky's done an incredible job with the pace of play, the scoring offense. She had this previous record at 69 points a game. UCA.
Up that by 5. I mean, it's really impressive, and that's obviously just good individual development as well to have these players shooting as well as they do.
UCA is also a good scoring team, but their defense is what they hang their hat on. That three won't go either. Mafua's got the board. Duckworth in the paint, got a little bit of a mismatch with McGowan. Good defense. Randria right into the game. Another offensive board. That's just 5 already.
Yeah, just not a winning recipe right now if you're Lipscomb. You've got to find a way to limit that.
Fisher off the screen, high off the glass. The Sugar Bears back up by 10. Looking for an answer. Nice hezzy move. Bertrand high off the window. It won't go. Good defense once again from UCA.
Yeah, they're locking up on that end. And then, as you mentioned, JB, the rebounds. I mean, they just create too many quality looks for you to give them this many extra opportunities.
Fisher well defended to the rack. Sia forces the miss, trying to push it with a 3-2 advantage. Floats it up, gets the foul. Mafua, too much contact, and Sia a chance at a three-point play.
Excellent take to the rim right there.
I know it's Sia. Really nice ball fake, floating it over. Contact, too. That's a nice finish.
Yeah, it's the kind of play you're going to need. And also you need to make the free throw here as well. I mean, as the kind of plays in transition, catching Mafua kind of off guard a bit. you're going to have to make those shots. You have to make the free throws because you've already kind of spotted a little bit of those in the margin things away to UCA. That's why you're in an 8-point gap right now with the offensive rebounding. Get back here.
Can't get the free throw to go, so the three-point play will not be completed, but the lead's been trimmed back down to 8. With 3:18 to play in the opening quarter, Mafua just playing hide and seek, goes up off the window. No, Abiara, the rebound, no on the putback, but she's fouled. Wow, another offensive rebound for UCA.
Yeah, basketball can be pretty simple sometimes, and for UCA, it's the glass. A good move from Mafua. But you see there on that, she does such a good job of working to the right, then back to her left. And the defenders kind of don't really know who to take there. Do you take the ball? Do you take the roller as well? Nobody had the roller, Abiara, and that's why she had the position to go and snag that board because nobody rotated and put a box on her, and that's why she's at the line right now.
UCA's got 7 offensive rebounds now. That's 2 away from the total amount they had when these two teams played on this very floor earlier in the year. Albiar can't get either to go. Cheyenne Kemp's checked into the game now for UCA. Lipscomb's got a slew as well. Taylor Bowen's in. As well as Bertrand. Clara McGowan going to work. Spin move at the elbow. Floats it up. The rim's unkind, and UCA the rebound.
Excellent defense. Abiara got switched onto a guard, McGowan there, but still provided excellent defense.
Right to Jenna Cook, the freshman, knocks down the train.
Space pace, excellent pass, a great look.
And then Lipscomb answers on the other end. Taylor Bowen from the corner.
Best shot in basketball is a corner 3, JB. We saw 2 of those right there.
Coach Kemper not too happy about that. Cook was signaling for help on that. No one picked it up. Now Mafua tries to swing it back around. Cook ends up with it in the corner. It's been back and forth early. UCA climbed out to that 11-3 lead. They lead by 8 now. Kemp with a hand in her face. Nothing but a man on the pull-up.
She worked right, knew she would have enough space, and just kept kind of fading there. Eventually got the window, and that's excellent footwork to spot up and knock it down.
UCA knocking down shots at will. Hurd wants a 3. It's too strong. First offensive rebound of the game for Lipscomb. Taylor Bowen corrals it. Now Bertrand, all kinds of fancy footwork. Gets that one to go. Nice move to the glass.
That's pad level, as they'd say in football. She kept herself low. Great center of gravity. Moving around defenders. Good ball handling as well. Manipulating her way to the rim.
Coach Kemper's got to love the way Central Arkansas's come out firing. Mafua, no hesitation. 3, rims out. A rebound for Abiara. But they're going to say she stepped out on the baseline. So no offensive rebound awarded. It's 20-12. Lipscomb's got a chance to cut into that 8-point lead by UCA. Central Arkansas only lost twice on this floor all time under head coach Tony Kemper. Once this year to Florida Gulf Coast, last year in the WNIT to St. Louis. They're a tough team to beat on this floor.
Yeah, it's a great environment, obviously, and they play so well, so confidently on their home floor, and it just seems like they execute everything they want to do at peak efficiency in their own building.
Vincent looking for a screen, doesn't get it. Cheyenne Banks is into the game for UCA. Nice move, floating up from Sia, left it short. Bowen tried for the board, couldn't get it. UCA's going the other way. Now Stevens picks up her dribble. Nice cut from Cook. The pass, up, no good. Lipscomb the board.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. That's an excellent look. You have to defend your yard at all times.
And the going before she's able to pull up on the 3, walked first. So with 30 seconds remaining, UCA likely will hold for the final shot of the quarter.
That's one of those flows of play where if you're Lipscomb, you need to take advantage because you just had to give up a back cut layup at the rim that should have been 2. Had a possession the other way, but you gave it back with a turnover. And if you're going to be playing defense at this caliber right now, which is not good enough, if you're Lipscomb, you've got to take advantage of when they give you extra cracks, bites at the apple.
4th turnover of the game for Lipscomb. Randria Wright running the point. Gonna let that clock get down near 8. Now they go to work. Cheyenne Kemp gets the screen. Offensive foul by Banks. So now Lipscomb will get a chance with 4.4 to go to get the final shot of the quarter.
Just moving a bit too much on that screen. High pick and roll right in front of the ref.
Banks will take a seat, just slight bit shifting there. That's where the foul came in. Now you got to play good defense if you're UCA. Don't allow them an easy shot coming in. See ya. She's going to take the shot. Floats it up, off the glass, too strong. And the second chance from Bowen wouldn't have counted. It's 2012, the first game between Lipscomb and Central Arkansas, and it has been tight every single time. As a matter of fact, the largest victory was 11 points earlier this year by either side. That was Central Arkansas. All the other ones have been 1-possession or 2-possession games. That tells you how tightly contested these games typically are.
Yeah, and for UCA, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. And so that's the challenge for them tonight is, can you get them to get that series sweep on the year?
Upshaw. 3 after she hesitated, got it to go.
Try to be mindful there on defense, have a hand in the area, but Upshaw, good patience there, waiting for enough of a window and knocking down that straightaway 3.
So right out the gate to begin the second quarter, 23-12. You mentioned being tough to beat a team 3 times. You're right. This is the overall number 3 seed in the conference, too, so it's no slouch in the Bisons. McGowan trying to fade away. That's a tough shot. Well defended by Cheyenne Kemp. Central Arkansas up 11 to begin the second quarter. They like that high ball screen. Now Fisher backing her way in against Sia. From close, easy teardrop. UCA's up, but Baker's doesn't.
Abiara clears a lot of space going down the lane on the roll. And then Fisher, the guard just so well getting to the rack, too.
Really nice take from Sia to answer, though. Lead's been trimmed back down to 11. She's been moving up and down the floor, just trying to keep things close. Sia, a really nice take.
That was a great left hand there. It's a good left hand finish.
Upshaw wants another 3. Won't go. Vincent boxes out Abiara, though, who is flashing for the offensive board. Lipscomb trying to slow things down a little bit, trying to cut into that lead. Molly Hurd trying to go to work against Upshaw. Picks up her dribble, turns it around, can't get the shot to go. Gets her own miss, though, and the putback is good.
Had that size advantage, way to use it. Those are the critical possessions. You get an extra chance, you need to convert. They cut it to single digits.
Back down to a single-digit game. You can tell the game plan for UCA goes straight, get those high percentage looks. That fade away from Kemp, a little too strong, though. So far, what have you liked so far from Lipscomb?
Well, I think they're actually getting some pretty good opportunities. I mean, they've got to the rack a lot in this game. They've gotten some open 3s. They just need to knock down those shots and keep taking it to the rim the way they are. 3s and layups, that's the key for them. You got to make them, though.
And then for UCA, so far, they're hitting a lot of their shots.
Yeah, they're getting 3s and layups, too. I mean, they're getting excellent looks, and there's another one.
And one, Kinley Fisher going to the line for a 3-point play.
So she's probably their best driving guard around the rim. She's so good at turning it. A lot of that is just knowledge of, hey, where's the basket in relation to where I'm guarding? That's a senior. I've played a lot of basketball, just knowing I hit my spot with this dribble right here. If I spin back, I'm right here. This kind of angle, the kind of English you can put on the ball. And so she is such a good middle driver at getting into the lane. And we've seen her miss a couple of in this game, but honestly, I mean, the quality of shot there is so high every time she attacks, especially from that top of the key position.
Fisher drains the free throw. She's ranked 26th in the country in free throw percentage, so she's cashed money every time. Hurd with a 3-ball to answer, bangs it home, trims the lead back down to 9.
Quick but good. Defense couldn't step out fast enough there.
Every time UCA's tried to extend that lead out a little bit, Lipscomb's had an answer. Upshaw trying to go to work against Bowen. Lobs it out. Dangerous pass, but Kemp's there. Now skip pass. Fisher thought about the 3. Now she will take it. It won't go. Abiara tried for the 1-out rebound, but it's Bella Vincent, an All-Atlantic Sun performer this year with a nice board. Now she's trying to answer with some offense, too. Up, no good, but Bella Vincent's headed to the charity stripe.
Good take from Vincent. She's been a bit quiet so far today, has yet to score. And I mean, she's the leading scorer. It's going to get going. But she's been pretty quiet. It's a great take. It's a hard foul from Abiara. It's a good foul from Abiara. And so now Vincent goes to the line. But she has been quiet today in this game so far. And as is McGowan. She's got just 2 points. So the two leading scorers for 47 last game, or 47, 45, whatever it was, they've got 3 combined right now, and we've got 6:43 to go in the first half.
You could tell UCA's MO is to force everyone but those 2 players to beat you. As both free throws knocked down by Vincent, who, by the way, is one of the tops in the country as well. 85% free throw shooter. She showed it right there. The lead's back down to 7. It's a football score, 28-21 UCA. Nearing the halfway point of the second quarter, Upshaw with a nice move. Right hand rolls it home. What a play from Upshaw.
Their guards have such good quickness. They are perimeter players. They don't have the size other teams might have, but they're so good at shooting that it opens things up for them to drive.
Ella Vincent, a little faked for some help, then decided to drive. She's doubled. They'll go back out high. Looking to work. Molly Hurd fouled on the drive in. It's just going to be second team foul for UCA, so Lipscomb will inbound to the baseline.
I'll tell you what, Vincent's done some of her best work this season against UCA. She's averaged nearly 18 points a game and 8 rebounds the 2 times they've played. So obviously the game plan was, hey, don't let that happen 3 times.
She is looking for the lob and gets it into Vincent with not a whole lot of time to spare. Give the Bisons credit. They've hung around. UCA shooting the lights out early, playing some good defense. See ya. Nice bounce pass. They get Hurd from close, and she gets it to go.
That's why she's the second all-time leader in assists at Lipscomb.
Right.
I mean, she just probed like Chris Paul until she found the angle. Great bounce pass, and Vincent, good job hanging around the rim.
Molly Hurd commits the personal foul, her second of the game on this end. Coach Sumsky already pulled out Jalen Holcomb, who, by the way, had to sit with 2 fouls early. That's 3 now for Hurd. We'll see what she elects to do. Looks like she's keeping her out there.
Yeah, most of the time teams that kind of take the mathematical approach, threes, layups, whatnot, want to keep their players out. But I think for Holcomb, it was just too early to keep her in the game with those 2.
Now Fisher trying to cross over against Sia, backing her way in. Throws it up, good defense. Lipscomb's headed the other way.
Good run of play for them right here.
They play with that fast tempo, trying to speed you up. They double, trying to go lob, tipped around, loose ball to Bowen, and she's got the easy 2.
Nice little run here. They're getting good looks at the rim. That's the huge difference. There's no mid-range jumpers. It's all layups right now.
That jump shot from Upshaw was blocked by Bowen, and now a bucket on this end could bring it back to a 1-possession game. Sia, the finesse, kicks it out. Hurd's open from the top. The 3's off the mark.
Good look, though.
That was great ball movement from Lipscomb. UCA needs a bucket. Try to extend that lead back out, but stop the run thus far from the Bisons.
Coach Kemper not one to use timeouts very often.
Fisher off the screen. The deep 3's no good. And the rebound to Lipscomb with 4.5 to play in the half.
You kind of see his faith in his team working their way through it, just because of the pace and the way they play. But Lipscomb likes that up-tempo as well, and so they'll oblige them when they want to go fast.
Holcomb, 3, gets it to go. It's back to a 1-possession game. The lead's 2 for UCA.
We said the first quarter Lipscomb was a bit too hurried on offense. There you see patience, right? Allow your defender come up to you, then kind of sag a little bit after you take some time. The window open, it's a great shot from Holcomb right there.
And then a little bit too aggressive, perhaps. I know Sia with the foul. And that will send us to immediate timeout. It's a bucket, the lead for UCA.
Late in Eastern Kentucky is hanging tough on the road right now.
Reminder, the winner of this game will play the winner of that game. If Florida Gulf Coast wins, that's where the championship game will be held. If EKU's the winner of this one will host as Jenna Cook right out of the timeout buries the 3.
It's tough there because both defenders had their backs turned to the basketball, so they don't know when that ball is going to be fired out to the perimeter. Not able to see it and then get out fast enough on Cook. Huge basket though right there, JB.
Andrea Wright picks up her first personal of the game. It's the 3rd team foul of the second quarter. So each team with 1 foul to give. UCA's lead back out to 5, but it's been nip and tuck. Lipscomb's not been able to overcome after they took an early 3-0 lead all thanks to Jalen Holcomb. She got in foul trouble, though. Nice move against Jenna Cook. Jalen Holcomb with the left hand.
Yeah, Cook was square the entire time. Holcomb just used her length to get her way down there and then finish with that left hand.
Holcomb comes from a good athletic family. Her father, Kelly Holcomb, some time in the NFL with the Colts. He was Peyton Manning's backup, and then hit more notably with the Browns. Has one of the most passing yards in a playoff history game, as Cook's reverse is too strong off the side. But Kelly Holcomb, a very good quarterback, I would say.
Yeah, and you saw it right there. She did a great job of using that athleticism to get a smaller defender into the paint.
Holcomb, deep three. Off the side rim, glances off. That was to tie things up. Under 3 to play until halftime. Bree Stevens trying to get in on the act a little bit. So far, Stevens only 2 points. Cheyenne Kemp's deep three won't go, but Destin Duckworth's got an offensive rebound. The Lipscomb bench, they wanted a foul there, didn't get the call. Now Kemp to the rack. Basket counts, and she's going to the free throw line.
It's not rocket science there. I mean, you gave up an extra possession, and then takes you to the rack and makes you pay for it, and then she misses a three. Guess what? She's got a chance for 3 right here. Another one of those offensive rebounds potentially costing, definitely costing right there, Lipscomb, but potentially cost them a full 3 points in that sequence.
9 offensive rebounds for UCA. That's the same amount they had earlier this year between these two teams.
Over halfway to go left in the game.
That's right. We're not even halfway home. Bella Vinson with the handoff out high. It's a nice crossover. Got the size advantage on Kemp. Good defense through the contact. Bella Vinson, a strong finish.
Got the matchup they wanted. They could have called a foul on that one too, and that's just getting Vinson involved. It's smart to do.
It's crazy to think both teams shooting around 41% for the game. Lipscomb barreled back. They started knocking down some shots. Nice shovel pass. Randria right the baseline. Cut, and she gets it to go.
That's losing your yard right there. You got to be mindful of where every single perimeter player is. Good steal.
Holcomb tried to drive. Kemp takes it away. Now Cook trying to drive inside. Got it knocked away, but then she was grabbed. That's team foul number 5, so free throws for UCA.
Yeah, it was a bit of a late call on that one, but I was surprised they whistled it earlier because that's just coming from the side. Watch this right here. See, you're reaching already off the initial, poke away. So it's right in front of the referee on that right side. So they call it every single time and Jenna Cook a chance to knock down a pair of free throws here.
Bertrand was the one who was tagged with the personal, so Jenna Cook will have a couple of free throws. And this side has been unkind to UCA.
That's probably why the game is as close as it is right now. I mean, I know it's been back and forth, but the Sugar Bears are 2 for 7 right now. We used to see them shoot a lot better as a team. This is an area where they usually get to and they excel.
Cook does get 1 of 2 to fall, so the lead's back out now to 6 for UCA. Their defense was strong early, but Lipscomb's offense started coming to life a little bit. They're trying to hang tough. Up by 6. Vincent, quick 3 ball, in and out, won't go. Jenna Cook, high to get the rebound. She's trying to go end to end amongst the traffic, gets it taken away. Jalen Holcomb was the one credited with the steal.
Yeah, there was a tight lane right there to drive through too.
Wow, deep 3, Clara McGowan. The lead's back down to 3.
McGowan now, that's her first 3-pointer of the day. Just second field goal, that's a huge one.
Oh my goodness, what a move from Randria, right? The hezzy spaced it out and gets it to go on the runner.
The offensive ability in this game, very high level. These two teams are going back and forth, trading blows, quality shots on both ends.
Now Molly Hurd backs her way in. 7 seconds separate the shot in the game clock. Nice play. McGowan, the ball fake to the glass. Well defended by Kemp. UCA's got a chance to hold for the final shot.
Great help defense there from Kemp, stepping over to help Bree Stevens, who was beat initially off the bounce.
If you're UCA, who do you want taking the shot?
I would go Jenna Cook on this situation.
Wright's trying to find Cook. They couldn't get it to her. They're going to have to figure something out. Wright fades away at the buzzer. No good. But we've got a nail biter. in the Atlantic Sun semifinal matchup. Jenna Cook, 7 points. Her season high is 14 against Division III Hendricks, but she scored 7, is her second most all year in a handful of games. She's really picking things up. The story thus far, McGowan and Vincent have been held in check, only a combined 9 points between the two. They're going to have to get going if Lipscomb's going to find a way to win this thing. Good defense from UCA, though, to begin. They get the takeaway.
They were trying to feed Vincent there on a post feed. She had a good post up, but good job. UCA knows that's where they want to go to start things off in half number 2.
UCA trying to keep things rolling with Upshaw. They'd love to see Mafua get rolling as well. A little bit of spacing issues. That one's taken away by Sia. Doesn't have the numbers. Kicks it to Holcomb, though. Her 3-ball pivot will have to drive now. Tries to lob it underneath. It's swatted out of play by Abiara.
Yeah, that was interesting spacing on the offensive side of things for the Sugar Bears, but go back down the other way. Good job, good spacing by both these teams, generally speaking, on offense.
UCA lost the final game of the season to North Alabama. Before going on this run here in the conference tournament, they knocked off Bellarmine on a huge team effort. Vincent straight downhill, high percentage look, and gets it off the glass.
See the ability of her as a scorer there, because Abiara was giving her space, and she still went right by her with the left hand, then finished with that right.
Bounce pass from Mafua, too tall for Stevens cutting in, and now a chance to cut it to 1 or tie the game. This Vincent 3's off the side rim.
Think she's going to be aggressive in the second half here?
Just a bit, right? She's taking a lot. Upshaw, though, with a hand in her face, gets it off the window.
It's veteran scoring right there. It's knowing how to score, stopping at the right point.
5-point lead for UCA. Nice find. McGowan cutting. Mafua, good defense. Forces the turnover. It's off McGowan.
Yep, and McGowan made a great cut there. Pass comes a little bit late, so Mafua can recover, and then she's able to set her feet and use a sturdy base there just to knock McGowan off her game and force the turnover.
Leah Mafua, double screen, 3, in and out, back in, gets it to go!
Relatively quiet today, but then forces the turnover and finds her offense on the other end.
Mafua's got 7. She was held quiet in that first half. Leads up to 8 for UCA. Sia the drive, the bounce pass Hurd, no good. Second chance, and she's fouled, so she'll head to the free throw line.
There's Sia again with a beautiful pass. She drives left-hand baseline and tosses a bounce pass to the right hand there on the outside of Molly Hurd. The only place that her player can get it, and then Hurd does the rest. Missed the first, but good job on the follow.
Molly Hurd misses on the front end of the free throw. She's got 7 points for Lipscomb. Let's look at head coach Lauren Sumsky. What a player Sumsky was in her time. Originally started and played for Pat Summitt at Tennessee as an 8th grader. Was one of the best high school players in the country. Highly recruited as an 8th grader by Tennessee. Ended up transferring due to some injuries. Played her time at Rhodes College in Memphis, Division III school. She was actually the coach there. That's the same conference as Hendricks, by the way, in the SAA, which is here in Conway, Arkansas. So she's familiar with Conway. She's played here. She's coached here in this city before, prior to her time at Lipscomb. Upshaw with a hand in her face. 3's off the front rim, but she gets her own miss. Goes straight to the basket, then kicks it out. UCA's going to look to reset here. They're up 7. Trying to add to it. Stevens lost it momentarily, lost it completely. Vincent scoops it up. Nearly trying to push too far ahead. Sia's got it. Nice footwork. Goes in Vincent. Tried the jump step. Had it knocked away. Gets it back, and she's fouled. Vincent's tough to guard.
Yeah, Abiara needs to do a better job there of seeing her in the lane and getting back. She was getting back on defense, but then kind of starts, watch, you see it right here. She's ball watching just a bit. She needs to get all the way back and try and block that shot.
Vincent, one of the best free throw shooters in the conference and in the country. She knocks both down with ease. This has got kind of the game. It's very fast-paced, right? Who do you feel like that favors?
I think it favors overall UCA just because they've got more options. But yeah, Vincent's so good that she's found her way into the game because of that pace. She's so accustomed to it.
this is kind of one of those deals. Both teams kind of like that pace at times. UCA is kind of a flex. They can play it both ways. Their defense is what they hang their hat on. But right now it's Lipscomb's defense that's showing up big. Shot clock winding down. Upshaw, step back. It's money. And trying to beat everyone up the floor is Molly Hurd. And one to silence the crowd.
Man, what a sequence. I mean, that's the kind of winning shot you see. Jade Upshaw, individual effort, step back, creating space, and then really smart, heady play by Lipscomb to push the ball up the court, fighting Molly Hurd. Here you go. There's a beautiful step back jumper. Upshaw just so good at getting to her spots. The other way, they're trying to find themselves on defense. Stevens is right there, but she fouls in transition. That's an and one.
That's a really nice job. Lipscomb, every time after a make or miss, a lot of times if there's an opening, they've tried to push that tempo and find the outlet.
Out of the interaction, that's +1 for Lipscomb, even after the Upshaw make.
4-point lead for UCA. Nearing the halfway point of the third quarter now. Trying to kick out right. It was tipped, but she corralled it. Looking to go to work. They double her. Fisher's open. Corner three. In and out. Abiara, the offensive board, but she lost it. And here comes Lipscomb. Holcomb to Bowen. She'll go into the paint. Ball fake, left hand, no good, but a foul on Abiara. That's number 3 on Elizabeth Abiara.
Yeah, Duckworth will check back in. It's been a tough day for Abiara. She said to defend out in the perimeter, and just there, too overzealous with the right hand, and she jumps back into the offensive player, Taylor Bowen, there. So good move by Bowen, and tough day continues for Abiara.
Bowen to shoot a couple of free throws here. First one's too strong, so the best she can do is cut it to a 3-point game. Still would be one possession either way. Bowen on the year a 54% free throw shooter, gets the second one to go. And the lead's 3 for the Sugar Bears. Randria Wright gives way to Upshaw. Boy, this game has been back and forth. They look to flashing for the steal as Holcomb. Fisher, Randria Wright, spot up 3 off back iron. Upshaw had the rebound, trying to keep it from a jump ball. Coach Kemper yelling for the timeout, never got it. It's a jump, but possession will keep it with UCA.
Yeah, each side's got a thought about, what that should be. UCA thinks timeout, Lipscomb thinks travel. I think it's the right call there, because she had possession, lost it, but she fell to the floor, and then there was a scrum for the ball. So 5:31, a chance for everybody to catch their breath here.
No kidding.
Got a pair of the subs in right now for UCA, and Wright and Duckworth. And Upshaw, the starter out there.
Bella Vincent all over that one, stuffs it for the Bisons. I didn't know it was Thanksgiving with all that stuffing.
Yeah, that was excellent block.
Now Vincent underneath against Duckworth, off the window. Bisons are within 1.
Starting to go to work is Vincent in the post, doing her thing. A 1-point game now.
Stevens looking for some offense. They're trying to get it in the paint against Bowen, fading away. It won't go. Duckworth tried for the rebound. Vincent was the last one to touch it. It's a 1-point affair in the semifinals. 47-46 for the championship, and a chance at a trip to the big dance.
I'm doing something nobody's done all year. Beat FGCU.
That's right. That's been the Goliath, as that shot from Fisher's no good. And now the Bisons a chance to take their first lead since back in the first quarter with 9:03. That was the first minute of the game.
They hit the first shot of the game, and they have not led since. Chance to change that here.
Bowen got an opportunity against Kemp. Eye off the window, and the Bisons take their first lead since early in the first quarter.
That's a great job recognizing the mismatch, and now the point paint's 24-22 in favor of Lipscomb right now. Upshaw changes that.
A quick answer. Wow. She got up, some ups from Upshaw, and she gives Central Arkansas the lead back. This has been a battle. Got a mismatch. Vincent might have got away with a push there, taken away anyway. Now UCA headed the other way. They'll float it back outside. Lipscomb has really done a nice job defensively of taking out a few players of the game and then finding their offense too. It's points in the paint for both teams. Kemp, right wing, threes too strong.
They want threes and layups. Both these teams, they've shot incredibly similarly from both the three-point line, and they've scored similarly in the paint. That's why it's a one-point game right now.
No kidding. Been very even thus far. Holcomb, three ball, money from the top, and Lipscomb's up by a bucket.
Massive basket from Holcomb. She's hit 3 triples on the day, led the way in that category for Lipscomb. And that's a straightaway, easy shot right there. Love the confidence with which she took it.
Well, she got in foul trouble early in the game, but she has made the most of her minutes coming back in. Fisher's three, she was hounded out high by Sia, trying to go to work. Can't get the friendly roll, but she'll have a chance to tie it at the charity stripe.
Yeah, you're just going to see similar approaches from both these teams. I mean, they're just going to attack. After an opposing make especially, the goal is to get to the rim. So you've seen the leading scorers there, Hurd, Holcomb, and Vincent. 3 separate double-digit scorers. And we're used to talking about the tandem of McGowan and Vincent, but it's been the other players on the Bisons have stepped up, and Jenna Fisher here a chance to step up, make some free throws. Been a tough area today, JB. 3 of 8 for UCA.
Free throw shooting certainly travels well. If you can hit your free throws, win in the paint, win on the glass, you got a chance to win on the road. Lipscomb's doing some of that. This free throw to tie us up at 51, got it to go. The league's best free throw shooter ties this one up at 51. Bella Vincent had a slow first half. She's been picking up here in the second. Her drive's cut off. They float it out to Bowen. Trying to go against Stevens. Well defended. Gets her own rebound. Hurd on the kick out. No good. Another rebound. McGowan, and she's fouled. That's something UCA did in the first half. Offensive rebound after offensive rebound, but Lipscomb with a good job on the second chance here.
Yep, and this is 3 attempts they get at it, and then eventually just going to have to give up a foul right there not to allow an easy basket. So I like the foul in that situation right there, but man, it's turned into a different basketball game we saw in that first half. It's now Lipscomb, it feels like the more aggressive side overall in all aspects, rebounding, scoring, getting to the basket.
Knocks down both free throws. Lipscomb, like we already mentioned, got 3 players in double figures. They're one of only 11 teams in the country that have 10 players that have scored double digits this year. So they've got players up and down that can go and get you a bucket. Right now, they've got a 2-point lead. Their largest has been 3. That was 3-0, the first basket of the game. Fisher, well guarded it by Hurd. It went halfway down and bounced out.
Incredibly tough shot. Great defense there.
Lipscomb's defense is certainly picked up. That was a great sequence from Molly Hurd. But this time, a little bit out of control. Offensive foul gives it back to UCA.
That's a tough call to go against Molly Hurd. I mean, she might have beat her barely, but I didn't love the contact level, calling that a foul late in the comp. Yeah, it's just, that's a tough call. I mean, she's pretty under control. Yeah. Fisher staying with her, but I'm kind of more of a no call in that spot. Just not enough clear into her contact to get that kind of call, in my opinion.
And certainly Fisher's not set, so it'd have to be a push-off, right?
Right.
There's been some tough ones both ways. Randria right, left wing with a big 3. UCA's back in front.
Just simple offense. Just simple offense. Pick and roll, fill, space cut out. Now UCA back in front.
You can tell both of these teams are giving it everything. They want a chance to head to the championship game. Jenna Cook into the lineup now off the bench with some good effort. Last one to touch it, though. Cheyenne Banks will check in.
Yeah, we have not seen Mafua recently. She had the 3 fouls. She's been out. She's only played 12 minutes in this contest with 1 minute, 8 seconds left to go in the third quarter. So I haven't seen Mafua recently. It's been a whole lot of Rangier Wright, a lot of Jenna Cook also.
And Bella Vincent got 10 points in the game. Can't get it to go with a shot clock winding down, and then she fouls on the loose ball. That's just foul number 2 on Vincent.
You know, I was curious when they were going to put Bree Stevens on Vincent because in terms of size and just ability, they match up pretty well. They put, you know, we've seen Kemp out there on her. I mean, just guarding Vincent with a guard is really difficult because of her height. And Bree Stevens is the one player on UCA who's got that kind of height and also the physicality to guard her in the paint as well as the perimeter.
These final possessions of the third quarter are crucial. Upshaw takes matters into her own hands, and she's going to the free throw line for a three-point play.
Upshaw, it's 20 on the game. She is a downhill driver. Watch that. Yep, definitely fouled. Maybe not on the shot, but on the drive to the basket. 100% contact on the way by McGowan. And Upshaw, just a professional scorer, the way she gets the rim.
Jade Upshaw leads all scorers with a 20-piece. She'll have a chance to make it 21. Gets it to go. 4-point lead for UCA.
Best player gives them a really important two-score lead, in my opinion.
Sia lost it. Tip to Duckworth. You don't want to foul. And then Sia takes it away momentarily. Gets the jump ball called, so it'll stay with Lipscomb. What grit from Inoa Sia.
Yeah, desperation there, really. I mean, that was because you saw Upshaw dive on the floor to poke it loose. Duckworth kind of ends up with the ball. Watch this. Upshaw on the floor. Duckworth kind of surprisingly ends up with it, and Sia able to go and grab and hold on to it. The referees are actually checking the monitor up on the replay monitor, which they're not supposed to do on the big board, but they're going to get together. And
they're going to put about a 2-second differential between the shot and the game clock.
So they're going to say Duckworth never had possession, right? So they're just going to keep it
I think that's the right call, right?
I believe so, too.
So Lipscomb's got a chance to hold for the final shot of the quarter. By the way, those 21 points for Jade Upshaw, that's the 8th time this year she's scored 20 or more points.
8 of 13 shooting today, too.
It's been efficient. 3 of 7 from deep for the senior from Sapulpa, Oklahoma. Bella Vincent with under 10 to go. They look to go to work here. Guarded by Destin Duckworth. The crossover, tries to get into the paint. They look to double. Vincent got to get it off at the horn. It's short. The crowd going nuts. 57. But you got to think Upshaw having a great game, needs some help from some other players down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, she can try to do it by herself, but there are going to be others to step up, and she has been tremendous. I mean, the 31 regular season game is great, but the 21 she's had in 3 quarters today, monumental, and basically played the entire way, especially with Mafua in foul trouble.
Yeah, and given the emphasis of this game, Upshaw gets it after the pass from Stevens. The lead is 6.
I mean, that is just such great awareness. She splits the defense on a back cut and then is able to locate the ball and finish. She's not the tallest player out there, but she just knows how to get to places on the floor that allow her to score at a high level.
She's so quick off the dribble. Hurd off the pass, the 3, hits the backboard, no good. UCA a chance to push this up to a 3-position lead.
And now Leah Mafua can come back in the game. She's gotten 3 fouls. Basically, I don't think we saw her at all in that third quarter. And now she can try and take over.
Tries to float that one over Vincent. It was close, too strong though. And Lipscomb, they're always within striking distance because of their 3-point shooting. Hurd goes downhill though to the rim. Gets a second chance, give her a third chance, and finally that one's the winner.
Yeah, just tough for Upshaw considering that it's a size disadvantage. Molly Hurd uses her height, and it's been a tough day for her shooting, but she still scored 13 points and grabbed 6 boards today.
Now Upshaw absorbs the contact. The shot was blocked, but she's going to head to the line to shoot a couple.
Mentioned it before, but off a make, mostly in transition, teams will try to go to the rim, but even when the defense is set up, the best thing you can do after a make to try and regain some kind of momentum is attack. And of course, Jade Upshaw knows how to do that. She's a veteran player, been around a long time, and that is just a strong drive. And man, I mean, she fills it up. She's got 25 points in 22 minutes at this point, or 24 points rather in 22 minutes. Just so efficient, so strong. 5 boards today, too.
You were just speaking into the future, Josh. There's point number 25.
Yeah.
And the lead's back out to 6. Foul trouble a little bit for Lipscomb. Sia and Hurd both with 3 fouls. Holcomb got 2 fouls early. She's done a good job of shying away from the foul trouble. Sia got in amongst the trees, then kicked it out. Still nothing there. Holcomb's going to go to work against Upshaw. Draws the foul. good take from Jalen Holcomb.
And Upshaw and Holcomb have some words back and forth there. Love seeing that. Holcomb had something to say after she got to Upshaw going to the lane, and a conversation happening here. So good take. And Upshaw, wraps that hand in there. It's a foul, little stare back. Love that. I mean, these are two high-level competitors going back and forth. And it's a do-or-die game. So I expect more of that, and the referees letting them do it.
This game has some high stakes.
Yeah.
Both of these teams very good. A good chance to keep playing in the postseason, regardless of the outcome today.
Right.
Gets the second one to go to Jalen Holcomb. So the lead now 5 for the Sugar Bears. Boy, there's 8 minutes to go. I don't know if we can handle 8 more minutes of this. This has been nuts.
It's going to feel like an eternity for these two teams, too. As fast as the pace has been, it's going to feel like it's going to take forever.
Absolutely. Mafua's trying to get more into that scoring. Draws defenders, had Aviara. It was blocked by Vincent, but Mafua stayed with it. Stevens, right wing, the 3, no good, a little too strong.
What a possession by Mafua, creating space, finding Aviara. She misses, gets the rebound, then finds Stevens open. Mafua, you can feel the impact after we saw her absence.
Now Sia wraps around underneath the baseline, has to kick it out. Lipscomb just trying to hang close, right, as the game gets down to the wire. Vincent, well guarded by Upshaw. A lot of contact, no call. Sugar Bears the board.
A couple of those, but they've let them play on both ends. I mean, there have not been many cheap fouls in this game today, so I appreciate the referees letting both these teams figure it out in the court.
Liked that take from Vincent, but Upshaw, size mismatch, was able to get the alter. Now floats it up. Cannot get it to go. Abiar battles and kicks it to Stevens. They'll earn another possession. Mafua, heat check. That one well strong. Bouncing around. Upshaw, a lot of contact with Vincent. They save it in again. Third chance for UCA. You got to be kidding me.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. They want to see the shot clock. It's at 6 right now. And I don't believe it should have reset because it did not hit the rim on the Leah Mafua three-point attempt.
Who was held in check in the first half. She's got 10, and then for UCA, it's Upshaw, and then help from Fisher and Mafua, but it's been mainly Upshaw.
Yep, I mean, they're shooting 41% to the floor, but everybody not named Jade Upshaw is shooting 33%.
Shot clock winding down. Mafua straight downhill and puts it in.
We came back from break. I almost forgot there was 6 seconds left of the shot clock, JB, and so excellent job from Coach Kemper drawing something up, getting Mafua to attack the rim and scoring.
Elizabeth Abiar got 8 rebounds, 6 of them offensive. Her career highs 8 against Lipscomb on the road earlier this year. Nice cut. Benson off the window, gets it to go. That's a good answer for the Bisons.
Defense was frozen for a second, kind of delayed cut, and she able to get there and score. Mafua, it looked like she double dribbled.
Now, get past Upshaw. Right wing triple, too strong. Battle for the rebound, kicked around to Molly Hurd. She's going to try to push out to Sia.
Huge stop there.
Sia the drive, the kick. Bowen in and out on the 3, tipped back. Vincent had it, still loose, saved in. Kenley Fisher jumps high.
Effort from both these teams on that possession. The entire game, too.
Boy, you blink and you miss just about everything, right? It doesn't take much. Fisher thought about driving it. Now she's close, faked the pass, then goes up and off the glass.
That's a great move. It's an excellent move with the left hand and then hesitating and finishing, making it look like you're about to dish back with a timeout when you're taking by Lipscomb.
Coach Sumsky wants to talk things over. 65-58, UCI 58. Getting late in the Ferris Center at Scottie Pippen Court. I'm JB Brazil alongside Josh Neighbors. Glad you're tuning in for some Atlantic Sun semifinal action. This one's fit the billing. Holcomb for 3. Just trying to keep things around. Nice offensive rebound. McGowan wants to answer. Her 3, no. Hits the deck. Scramble for it. Last touched by McGowan.
Veteran play by Mafua, chasing it down and then eventually saying, oh, no, I'm good. And kind of a late-ish box out, if you will. But this is starting to get to crunch time. So every possession is mattering a bit more. Even with the pace, they create a lot of possessions, so you think, all right, you know, they're not as crucial as maybe other games. But now I expect the pace to slow down just a bit. It already has some in the second half, too.
Those were 2 really good looks from Lipscomb from three-point land. trying to slow down the game. Fisher, high percentage shot, gets it to go.
And now Lipscomb's in some serious trouble. I mean, this leads at 9. So you're asking your team defensively to not pitch a shutout, but pretty close to it. And also offensively, you need to find something.
Good defense. Taken away by Upshaw. They tried to go for the cutter. Sugar Bears with a 9-point lead. Upshaw looking to go to work. Now she kicks it back out high.
Thought she might pull that, but I think with the time situation right now, you want to think about maybe limiting number of possessions in this game if you're UCA.
Fisher, step back 3 strong, and Vincent pulls down the board. Sia to Vincent over in that right wing. High up off the glass. Good defense from Abiara.
Yeah, Vincent's got good size, but Abiara just a bit stronger than her in the post. And so because of that, it's tough to go into the frame of Abiara and try to come out and finish the way you normally do.
UCA hung with the pace of Lipscomb. Now they've got the luxury to slow things down a little bit. Holcomb, though, good defense. Trying to pick the pocket of Liam Mafua. They call a jump ball.
Yeah, Mafua pulled the reverse arm behind the back, caused the jump. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. How about Mafua getting her hand on it behind her back? Alternating possessions, though, will give it to Lipscomb after the good defense from Jalen Holcomb.
Yeah, Holcomb's been awesome today. Scoring.
Yeah.
Made 4 baskets, 3 of them have been threes. Played 28 minutes. That's some great defense right there. She's talked some as well. Love the attitude from her.
Three minutes, 15 seconds to go. Holcomb blocked and knocked away. Upshaw's heading the other end. She can let some clock roll if she wants. That's what they'll elect to do.
Yeah, 9-point lead too. I mean, you're up, essentially 3 threes. Now I know Lipscomb can shoot, but you're up that much. Upshaw
pulls it up, no good. McGowan the rebound. That's what Lipscomb needs. They need stops, and they've got to have every possession crucial here. Hurd has it knocked away. It's on the deck. Vincent has it. Mafua strips it. It's a jump in UCA's basketball.
That's called making up for a mistake, right? Mafua loses the handle to Holcomb 2 possessions ago. And on this one, she pokes it free, dives on the deck, and gets the jump ball that gives it back to the Sugar Bears. Get that fresh shot clock, under 3 to go, 9-point lead. This is where you can start to really stretch this thing out if you're Tony Kemper's group.
Coach Kemper's done an excellent job. He started, had his part of his career here at UCA as an assistant. Went to Marshall, then 10 years later, now he's the head coach in his 2nd season, and he has taken them to new heights. Mafua, deep 3 from the top, in and out, no. Lipscomb the board. It's a must-go time. Got to get some offense. Hurd in transition, 3 off, no. Vincent battling, McGowan battling, Upshaw battling, and she pulls down the board.
Yeah, it's almost like Vincent held up McGowan in that. It's 1 or 2 minutes to go, but it almost held her up. That allowed Upshaw to run in and grab it.
And the UCA faithful coming to their feet a little bit. Under 2 to go. And there is no need to hurry.
No, not at all, right? You can take this thing all the way down.
Fisher goes straight downhill. No, Abiara, the board, the putback. It won't go. Gets another one. That one won't go. But Elizabeth Abiara with the effort, and she'll shoot free throws.
Man, you love it. I mean, just to see a player struggle all day long. It's stepped up, and the ball pressure has been great. I mean, they are sending second defenders. They're poking the ball free. They're not allowing easy shots. So credit the UCA defense for causing that to happen. They're one of the last 8 threes, too, Lipscomb is.
Vincent gets the miss. Got to go if you're Lipscomb. You don't really have a ton of luxury to set up a ton of offense. Need to get something quickly. See you trying to direct traffic.
Too much time going here.
This possession is very crucial for Lipscomb. Got to get points here. Holcomb, double, tries to kick it out. Fisher steals it for Central Arkansas. What a big takeaway.
You have to foul now.
That's right. You got to foul now for Lipscomb. They kick it, playing keep away. Still no foul out high.
Well, I think at this point, you've got 3 more fouls you have to get. And they'll get one there eventually. But
so UCA calls the timeout with 50 seconds to go.
Fourth quarter a lot better than Lipscomb did, and that's been the big difference is that middle tier, that beginning part to middle of the fourth quarter, it was just all UCA.
A game that's been back and forth all night long. Only 50 seconds left to decide it. Stevens get the inbounds. Tries to take it away from Mafua. Bounces it, still loose. Trying to go Abiar. It's taken away. They try to feed Holcomb. And it's tipped and stolen by Mafua, but they're going to call a foul first against UCA, so we'll go to Lipscomb. Coach Shumsky, though, wants to talk things over, and with only 40 seconds left.
Shooter. Obviously not on this inbounds right here because it won't matter. But
each team's got one timeout left. They get it into Liam Mafua. We got a jump ball. That's going to Lipscomb. You got to be kidding me. What a play.
Yeah, well, they trapped to the sideline, too. It makes it a lot easier. So able to swarm on the sideline. And I appreciate referees not calling the foul immediately. They do that too often. So good job there, good trap. And really good call, I thought, there from Tracy Drake.
Lipscomb's going to have to go quickly. Down by 4. Sia lost it. Out of bounds. Going to UCA. The turnover.
That's 100% off Sia. There's no doubt about that one. They might ask for a replay, but this one, I mean, at least from our angle, is off her. And yeah, it's going to be off her. There's no doubt about that. There's a hand from Fisher that gets in there. But you look at that replay, it's pretty cut and dry. Sia still maintains possession once she clears Fisher and then loses the ball out of bounds. So should be a huge turn here where you get the jump ball you need. But, man, not able to get a look as you fumble it out of bounds.
Our officiating crew has done a great job tonight. Randy Robertson, our crew chief, Tracy Drake, Scott Klumpus, and then Felicia Hannah-Davis over there on standby. Looking at the monitor, this is a crucial part of this game. There's going to be right around 16 seconds left.
Right.
But you're right. I think Sia coming in. How about the defensive effort? Kinley Fisher getting a hand on that, bouncing it off what looks to be Sia's left thigh.
Right, and so you see Fisher's left hand's coming forward towards the perimeter, and then Sia able to get it and still has it after she gets by that hand, and then it goes off of her, at least from what we can tell. I think it's a pretty easy call.
They've already decided it. Sure enough, that's the call. So UCA still not out of the woods yet. We've already seen that with the steal earlier from Sia.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can give up that much time again, right? I mean, you've got 2 fouls you still have to get. So I don't know if you have enough time to cover somebody individually, then bring a double, then try to pick.
You likely want to get this 4th foul real quickly and then be in the option to maybe try to get a steal. We'll see what they decide to do.
100%.
Stevens trying to inbound, looking for Fisher. They'll lob it over to Mafua. She's open. Ahead to Fisher. Time's wasting. UCA milking the clock. They got a fouler. They do with 10 seconds, right at 10, a little above it. Oh, my goodness.
It's well designed. Very well designed. Incredibly well executed. That is coaching. That is execution. That is what potential championship teams look like right there. That's the small plays that matter in games like this. Big plays, but small details.
Sure, beat the pressure. The home faithful for Central Arkansas. 2 of them getting to their feet. Still got to inbounds again. UCA Lipscomb hoping for a prayer. They get it into right, foul quickly. At least that was quick if you're Lipscomb. You like that. Still down, but make it a 6-point game with a couple of free throws.
Yeah, you got 1 timeout left, too. So the chance to advance the basketball, you like that. Both these teams have 1 timeout remaining. Making some changes here. So this was, that was all things considered after kind of what was a disaster for Lipscomb. That was a lot better.
Right, knocks down the first one. Still going to be a 2-possession game either way.
Yeah, she's only a 62% free throw shooter, so
yeah.
Obviously that's been a tough area for UCA all night tonight.
Can't get the second one to go, and immediately Lipscomb calls the timeout. They've got 8.5 seconds left, Josh, and barring a miracle, they're going to need a lot to go their way.
Yeah, they do. They're down 5, but I'm going 3-pointer here. Look, that was smart to use that timeout in that situation because this
NCAA tournament. UCA in a good spot. Lipscomb Needing something big. See it trying to inbounds. Time's running out. Got to get it in. She will. Hurd's got it. Got plus position. Baseline basket. 5.1 to go. Lipscomb's going to have to get a foul in, but Coach Kemper calls his final timeout beforehand. He's going to try to draw something up with 5.1 to go. This one's not over yet.
Well, what also it does, it allows you to get out from underneath your own basket, right? Because a mistake on your own basket could be critical. Now the ball is brought to half court, so even if they get a steal, they have to go back down the other end. They have to hit a three as well. So that's smart by Coach Kemper of allowing your team to draw something up out of a timeout. And what we've seen out of the timeouts has been pretty darn impressive tonight.
How about Randria Wright? Good defense, not fouling.
Right.
You get an in one there. This one coming down to the wire. 5.1 to go. UCA's basketball in the front court. Both teams out of timeouts. If you're UCA also, only 2 team fouls. They've got fouls to give if they were in that scenario.
Right.
Here we go. Stevens to inbound. Trouble getting it in. They find Fisher. That's who they want. They foul her. Kenley Fisher will go to the free throw line. A chance to seal the deal for Central Arkansas.
Yeah, good job finding her. She meets the receiver. Jumps up, high points it, grabs it, and only 0.8 seconds came off, but still, one does the job here for you. Especially if you consider the fact that they can't advance the ball. No timeouts.
Kenley Fisher. She's had ice in her veins from the free throw line all year long. Fisher's 3 for 3 today. Top free throw shooter in the conference. Buries that one. 69-65. The UCA's up 4. Still technically a one-possession game of a three-point basket and a foul. This one would seal the deal for the Sugar Bears. Gets it to go. Kenley Fisher. 2 big free throws. UCA's up 5. Lipscomb's got to inbounds. What a performance for Central Arkansas. And the chance across the crowd for the UCA Sugar Bears. McGowan the inbound. Launches at the buzzer. It won't go. And Central Arkansas, they're headed to the Atlantic Sun Final to face Florida Gulf Coast on Saturday.
Impressive performance. What a fun up